Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and good night, wherever you are around the world. Family, have you subscribed to the channel? If not, what are you waiting for? Just subscribe and press the red button and also like. Today, let's talk about the gun, because when Judge Rata brought up his judgment on 174 for accused number 4, he emphasized on the gun that was used as a legit gun that was used in deleting SENZO Mayiwa's life. Let us listen what he said, then we'll listen to the next one as to what Longwetwala, who got contact with the person who was carrying the gun, if there was any intruder in that house. He gave a statement, he named the gun, but there was no follow-up on the gun. The only gun that has been brought up is a gun that we don't know, because if eyewitnesses saw the gun, they should go with the eyewitness, the one who was close by, who had a contact with that so-said intruder in the house, if there was any intruder, allegedly. So this is what Long's statement you will find out inside this video what Longwetwala's statement said about the gun. He named it as he is supposed to name it, a 38 special. Let's listen to what Rata said when he delivered his judgment. Then we'll listen to Long's statement when Munisi was reading Long's statement as to exactly what did Long under oath said about the gun. Let's listen.
But the long and the short of it, that firearm which allegedly was used to shoot, kill, murder SENZO, it has been identified beyond all doubt. All doubt. Ballistic science says no two firearms in the world are similar in their traction, their rifling inside, and even the bullets, the way they penetrate a particular matter, M-A-T-T-E-R, matter. No two firearms, the science taught me, in the world are similar. And in their reaction, so when Mangani says this firearm is a firearm that was used to shoot and kill and murder SENZO, we don't have dissenting evidence before us, because, as I say, here we're still busy with a section 174 application. And there's other evidence also which identifies some of the aspects which I'll get into now.
Inkosi enkantolo futhi yabuyacaphuna ke kubufakazi kodwa bulethiwe lapho kumnumzana wakhe umangayo osebenza ngokuchwepheshe ke ngaphansi kodaba lwezibhamu shite ballistic reports ke bathi yena ke wakhuluma inkulumo ukuthi isibhamu lesade setshenzisiwe lapho ke thizeni sibulale ke uSENZO noma kudutshule futhi bese kubulawa ke la uSENZO Mayiwa ngelanga lelwashona ngalo ke bathi na ke uyena wenza ke inhlolo zesibhamu lesiyana ke futhi mala nodaba lweze science ke bathi lana ke emhlabeni wonkana azikho izibhamu ezimbili ezifanayo futhi ezisebenza ngendlela eyodwa.
This is what Longwetwala, amongst others, come and tell this court. Really before I get to that, you were asked yesterday whether were you in a position to describe the kind of a firearm that the first perpetrator had, and then you said you can't because you do not know the types of firearm, not so.
Yes, that's true.
Thank you. Now, in one of the statements, that is A19, A9.
If you read, can you also give me a copy so that I can also see what you read?
Copies. That's A9. Yes, thank you, Mrs. Spanda. I know this has got nothing to do with you, but in just the holistic approach, which will form part of our argument at the end of it all, you would say, I think that is paragraph 4. It starts on paragraph 4. That's paragraph 4. It's an unusual handwriting though, but it said suddenly at about 20 hours on 24/10/2014, 2 unknown men entered the house. 2 unknown boys came in to the house. Suddenly at plus minus 20 hours on 26 October 2014, 2 unknown boys came in the house.
Lana statement esikalokwe esithi bavele nje ngabo-8 ebusuku nge-26 ka-October 2014 bangena-ke abafana ababili esingabazi endlini.
And I hear a voice saying, take out phones and money.
Ngezwa-ke izwi lithi khiphani ama-cellphones, amafoni nemali.
I then approached one of these boys.
Ngaya koyedwa wabo.
I grabbed him and pushed him.
Ngambamba ngase ngimphusha.
He was armed with a revolver, 3.8 special.
Wayephethe i-revolver ewu-3.8 special.
I then ran out to look for help.
Ngase ngibaleka ngiphuma-ke ngiyobheka usizo.
Thank you. That's the portion that I wanted to bring to your attention.
Iloko ebengifuna ukuthi-ke ngikufundele kona.
As you have indicated, you don't know nothing about firearms.
Kusishilo ukuthi ibhama uzazi. Yes, that's correct.
Thank you. Something like this.
Yes.
Oh, this is a hoodie. Okay, thank you. So the second perpetrator is something like this.
That's correct.
Now, did this thing that appears to be the head on the hoodie, was it on his head? Was this portion on this garment that appears to be a head? Maybe this is the hoodie, I don't know, but this portion, was it on his head?
Head or head?
Head.
Okay.
Head.
Yayilagi nekhanda.
Yebo kunjani.
Yes, that's the case.
That is up until the skirmishness in the kitchen was over. This portion of the garment was on his head.
Loko kwaze kwayophela lokhu okwakwenzeka ekhishini ihudi leyo ikuyena ekhanda.
Lokho angeke ngibe nesiqiniseko sakho kodwa mina mengisuka ekitchen ngibalekela ebathroom ngayishiya isa on.
That I won't be certain about, but when I ran from the kitchen to the bathroom, it was still on.
And despite the fact that, I'm tempted to request you to demonstrate this code. How did it let it?
Ungayigqoka nawe mnumzane ngizokubonisa.
You can also wait, I'll show you.
The rules of code do not allow me to do it,
Nama ngeke ngikwazi ukuyifaka ngoba nginestyle sami esihle kabi ngisebenze kanzima ekuseni ngisilungisa.
I also won't be able to put it on because I worked very hard for this beautiful hairstyle that I have on.
Okay, no, it's fine. We leave it at there. I don't want to interfere with all those morning efforts, ma'am. But thank you. Now, you say, you testified in your evidence in chief that as you were in the bathroom, that is, before you could run to the bathroom, there was a first shot that was fired in your presence while you were in the kitchen, and when you got into the bathroom, you had two other further shots, not so?
Bashola ukuthi ngapha. Usesekitchen isibhamu saqhuma. Uma use bathroom ke saqhuma kabili futhi. Use bathroom.
Yebo njalo.
Yes, that's correct.
Thank you. Now, the police came. This is just the background of my question. The police came the following morning. They were able to retrieve two exhibits that were allegedly fired from a firearm.
Amaphoyisa afika ke kulandelandelayo ke base bethola ke lokho kubizwa ukuthi ama-exhibits amabili ke so asithi ke ey'hlambu ke ezadutshulwa ke noma ey'phuma kwisibhamu leso ke esasetshenziswa khona lapha.
Now, as you went on, some days thereafter perhaps, as you went on to clean your place, you know, shifting the sofa, the things in the kitchen there, you know, doing spring cleaning, did you ever find, or did you ever find another exhibit? It could have been yourself or any of your family member that you would have alerted the police with.
Uma sekuhamba amalanga ke seniphoqa ke seniklina ke endlini nenza lokho akubiza ukuthi ke i-spring cleaning, ingaba kukhona yini ubufakazi obatholakala ke enani ngathi ke nazisa amaphoyisa ukuthi sithole lokhu noma ngithole lokhu ngathi ngiclean endlini?
Okokuqala akusimini ngaclean endlini. The last place I wanted to be in kwakuyilendlu.
Firstly, I'm not the one who cleaned the house. That was the last place I wanted to be at that house.
And at this point angazi ukuthi ubani waclean endlini.
At this point, I don't know as to who cleaned the house
Ngoba futhi kwakungabalulekile kumina.
because that wasn't important to me.
And engikholelwa ikona ukuthi amaphoyisa akuthola lokho ayikuthola ecinga futhi angazi ukuthi ayicingani kahle kahle ibona sengangasichazela.
I think the police found whatever it is that they found, and I don't know what it is that they thought, so they are the ones who will be able to explain or tell us.
Ma'am, don't be angry about this question. It's just an innocent question.
I'm not angry, sir, at all.
So, the information that you have is that you bear no knowledge whether or not any further exhibits were found at the scene.
Okushoyo ukuthi awazi ukuthi khona okunye okwatholakala khona lapha yana.
Yebo angazi lutho.
Yes, I know nothing.
Thank you. Ma'am, I would finally want to put the versions based on the statement that the state gave us in preparation of this case. You know, that's procedurally at court that we need to do that, so we hear what your comment is to what they would come and tell this court. Do you understand?
Ngizokutshela ke manje ke ukuthi ke noma ke lokho inkulumo noma ke kuthiwa inversion ke lokho sikwenza ngenxa yalokho esikutholayo ke umshushisi uma silungiselela ke ukuqhubeka kwecala ngoba vele indlela ke leyo ekufanele senze ngayo enkantolo. Ngilindele kuwena ukuthi uphawule kuloko ngizokutshela kona ke ngithi ikona ekushiwo uyena lo engimmele.
Do you understand, ma'am?
Uyangizwa?
Ngiyakuzwa.
I understand.
Thank you. Is it please the court, my lord? Now, he also made a further statement. Now, in the statement that we are preparing here, I think that is where your interest is going to be. As it please the court, my lord, Mr. Sibande was assisting with the technical operation of the system, still trying to search the statement. As it please the court, my lord, we are very sorry to be wasting the court's time because apparently what was loaded in the system here is a different A113. So the state is trying to assist us with the retrieval of a relevant A113. Oh, I can read it. Okay, now thank you. Thank you. Now, on paragraph 5 of this A113, this is what he says, or this is what Longo will come and tell this court. He will come and tell this court that just as Kelly was about to tell the joke, I noticed two black guys, yes, one tall, light in complexion.
Uthanje uKelly uma esezochaza ke ihlaya noma esezosho ke ihlaya ngabona ke abantu ababili ke abantu bamnyama omunye emude futhi ke ekhanya ngebala.
Maybe just before you comment on this, let us go back to a description of the perpetrators in their house, or the perpetrator, the intruders who got into your house. Let us start with the first perpetrator who had a firearm. What was the description of him?
Ngiyaphambi ukuthi ngiqhubeke ke ngofunda le ngifundayo asibuye kumuva ke umchaza ke lo omfishane ke noma lo wayephambili ke ephethe isibhamu uthi uye wathini uma umchaza?
Lo uqala phambili ube nama-dreads akufika entanyeni between inkamo namahlombe, ngathi ube namehlo amakhulu aphumele ngaphandle, ngathi ube nama-facial contours.
Okay. When I described the first one, I said that he had dreadlocks that almost reached his neck, between the neck as well as the shoulders. He had big protruding eyes as well as facial contours. He wasn't tall. He was also not very short. Yes. I also said that he had a hat on.
Yes, proceed.
Those are the things that I noticed.
What was his color in terms of your evidence in chief? What did you say his color was? That you told to this court about your evidence in chief?
I said he was darkish.
Thank you. But this is what Longa would then continue to say. That he noticed that the two black guys, one was tall, light in complexion. Tall, light in complexion.
Okushoyo ke uLongwe ukuthi ke omunye wabo ke wambona ukuthi wayemude futhi ke light ke noma ekhanya ke complexion.
Now before we get there, you have just given a description of the person that was in possession of the firearm. And what was your description of the other perpetrator, the one who had nothing, who you did not see anything in his possession?
Lona ke uqeda uchaza ke manje lo uthi wayephethe isibhamu lo omunye ke wayengaphethe lutho yena uma umchaza uye wathini? First I said he's tall, small in build. He had a mustache that goes right around his mouth.
Right.
And that he wasn't dark and he was also not very light.
Thank you. Those were your observations. Now Longa would come and tell this court that the tall guy who house, that is now according to his statement here, was light in complexion, and you're saying he was dark in complexion and so on.
Ulongo yena-ke uma echaza-ke ngokwale statement esifundwayo-ke ukuthi yena uzothi-ke lo omude waye-light wena uthi waye-dark.
Okokuqala asiboni ngokufana.
Firstly, we don't see things the same.
Mina mangibuka leli bhodlela ngathi li-light blue, ufike wena uthi li-green. Indlela wena ubona ngayo nami indlela engibona ngayo.
The witness referring to the bottle that's right next to her, in front of her, that if I look at it, I would say that it is light blue. You would come and say that it is green. That is how you view or you see it.
So what you're saying is Longo might have made a mistake in saying...
No, she's not saying that. She says...
Their observation.
Yeah, she says she's come to be expected to observe the things you're quoting for her. She has her own interpretation and observation, which she has told the court. That's why she says you may look at that bottle and you say, she says, I say it's light green, somebody says it's blue.
Someone will come and say it's turquoise.
Somebody says it's turquoise.
What will the other one say, my lord?
Turquoise, that's what he says. Turquoise. You don't know the turquoise color.
I'm hearing that term for the first time.
So family, listening to Porter, what is your take? Because this is what we are trying to understand as to why eyewitnesses are not considered as people who were in the scene of crime, considered with all the evidence that they are giving as a legit evidence. Not this evidence that is being picked up anywhere, guns collected in wherever they were collected. But when the eyewitness said the gun was a 38 special, he even made a statement under oath, which is Longwe Twala, who came in contact with the so-said intruder, if there was any intruder. Because, you know, what I believe in, lies have got short legs to stand the test of time. This is the test of time now. When we listen to all this kind of evidence that we are getting here, and listening to what we are being fed to believe, it is very hard. Because all what we are talking about, it's inside code. It has been given. Those people who took the statement, they took them and they read them, and they took oath that this statement, they know that they are the one who wrote the statement. They do abide by what they have just said in their statement. But what we are getting out there, you can even see the judge Ratau, how he was paranoid when he was saying all that. It's kind of crazy, but it's what it is. What can we do? We'll keep on exposing this until somebody listens, because it's very, very important. Because all what we are getting, it's true what is inside that court. It is not of our making. We don't make up stories, but we listen to what is being said, then we analyze what is being said in that court. So family, what do you think about this? Drop your comment. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Let's fight for the SENZO Mayiwa family until they get closure as to exactly what happened on the day when their his life was deleted at Kelly's place. This is what we want to know, because there is a lot of contradiction that is going on. As much as we are not related to the SENZO Mayiwa, but at some point, such things that have happened to the Mayiwa family, it will happen in one of my relatives. If I sit down and don't talk about it, at some point, I will have a problem with my family, and nobody will attack this kind of shenanigans that are going on when we see that things are not done according to law. So to bring the right culprits to justice, we need to talk about it until somebody hear our voice. Because the more we talk, the more some people listen and they get to understand exactly what is happening. So family, please don't forget to like. Before you leave the video, just press the like button and don't forget to subscribe. Bravo, bravo, bravo.